Hello and welcome to the Fact Flash. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Union Budget of 2021 on February 1. After that, the market seems to have taken some positive responses. Today, I have been joined by market expert Mr. Jagdish Thakkar, and we are going to have a discussion on the market responses with him. Hello, sir. The market seems to have taken a positive response after the budget was declared. What do you have to say about it?
In fact, in the first time in the history of this budget, before the budget was being presented to the parliament yesterday, Nirmala Sitharaman had said that this is going to be the budget of the entire 100 years. You would not have been seen this kind of a budget even in last 100 years. And everybody was just guessing what is going to be there. It's not going to be the cat out of the bag. The reason that, because of the COVID and lockdown, the economy was absolutely down. And most of the people who have been complaining about the jobless claims all over in last 7-8 months, industries were down, profits were down, shutdowns were there, and the gross domestic product GDP was negative. Maybe for the first time in the history that we had a negative GDP. So everybody was thinking that she has no choice but to impose the taxes. And to our utter surprise, nothing happened. There was no change absolutely whatsoever in the structure of the excise duty, that is GST, or even income tax. All what they have said is that we are going to be honest. We are going to disclose all our cards to you. And we want to make sure that we want to have the employment to the fullest extent possible, and we are going to spend as much as we can afford. So about 5.5 lakh crores of rupees were being earmarked for the purpose of infrastructure. About 1 lakh crore has been earmarked for the railways. More than about 2 lakh crores have been earmarked for the health sector. 64,000 crores have been earmarked for the health, or the kind of a lab we have been seen in Wuhan about that virological laboratories. And in addition, she said that we are going to have the farmers credit to the extent of 16.5 lakhs crores. 35 lakh crore budget. And you will be surprised that, there was not a single one where you can see that, there is some kind of a mischief being done or some kind of a concealment is being done. Nothing was being done. It was absolutely transparent. And she honestly confessed that the fiscal deficit for the year 2020-21 is going to be 9.5%. I am not going to borrow 9 lakhs as you estimated. I am going to borrow 12 lakh crores. And for the next year also, my fiscal deficit is going to be 7.5%. Somebody asked the question very obviously from, ma'am, where are we going to get the money? He said, I do have resources. She said, if what I am going to invest is into the infrastructure, which is going to generate lots of jobs. And these particular jobs are going to get some money to the people who are going to work there. They will have money in their hands, will buy some things. Again, the real demand for the goods, they're going to be there, and supply will be there. Factories will restart. Factory will come to the full production. They will require more people to, in their factory to work, and they are going to buy again. So for 1 rupee I'm going to spend, I'm going to get back 2.5 rupees. Maybe it may not be in the same year. It may be 2 years or 3 years. And she said that I'm going to have disinvestment of at least 2 or 3 public sector undertakings like Concor, Shipping Corporation of India. There is an Air India is going to be another one who is going to be there in the field for the purpose of disinvestment. She said I'm going to have a spectrum auction of 5G, which is going to fetch me a handsome amount. And they are going to have the IPO of the LIC. LIC is the biggest insurance company in the whole country. And I'm going to mop up about 1.75 lakh crores from this. So she has all the vision in her mind.
But sir, the share market seems to have taken a positive response. So what were the key decisions responsible for the market to go up, and which sectors are benefited from it?
The jump was a quantum jump. I'm in the stock market since last 40 years. From 1980 I have seen the budgets. I have never seen such kind of a closing of having 2,500 points of Sensex, 650 points of Nifty, more than about 700 points of the Bank Nifty. I never seen in my life. This is the first of its kind. And what she said, that's going to be a budget of the 100 years past. You just go through everything. Yesterday what happened actually, it was the purchases made by the foreign institutional investors. We thought it was going to be a quantum figure, high figure, maybe 10,000-15,000 crores. It was not there. It was only 1,500 crores. The domestic institutional investors in fact sold about 90 crores. Then people was thinking from where this market has gone up so much. If somebody is buying in a very large amount, then I can understand. But there is no such kind of a buying backup. The reason was that on Friday when market closed, which was the 5th or 6th day of the market going down continuously. Market went from 11,000 Nifty in month of September 2020 to 14,700 in month of January 21. Virtually in 4 months, a 36% jump in Nifty. So in last 5 days, there is from Monday to Friday, previous Friday, Monday to Friday, market was going down. Nifty lost about 1,200 points. Sensex lost about 4,000 points. And everybody was thinking that ma'am doesn't have scope, to have anything to give to the market as a gift. She has to impose taxes to recover all the kind of losses, they have made in the economy. And nothing happened. So people had gone short on Friday, thinking that market is going to go down further by 2,000-3,000 points in Sensex and about 1,000 points in Nifty. They were caught red-handed and they were caught absolutely napping. It was the absolute short cover of the people who thought market is going to go down. It did not go down and it went up, so they had to rush to cover up.
So sir, according to you, is this just a short-term effect or this budget is going to give us some long-term benefits as well?
The capex, the capital expenditure, what we call in our language, is been earmarked, as I told you, about 5.5 lakh crore. 1 lakh crores is for earmark for railways. Now you must be knowing that when you travel by rail, you find lot of land which is empty in and around the track, which all belongs to the railway. Now they must have acquired 100, 200, 150 years ago. You can imagine the kind of appreciation of this land must be heavy as on today. He said, we have so much of a huge land with us. What are we going to do with this? So why not we have that encashment? So they are going to have the asset allocations for liquidation, which is going to be a very premium price, and they are going to generate money out of that. Secondly, as I told you about the disinvestment part, so they are going to do that. So they have the kind of a thing, and they have been thinking that the economics work this way. If I give a small example of 1930 depression, you must be perhaps knowing that in 1930 it was the biggest depression in the world, and people had no jobs, factories were shut, shops were shut, people were on the road, they were all starving. Nobody had anything to do. It was in John Maynard Keynes, an economist in London. He advised the Prime Minister of the then Prime Minister, and he introduced a theory of full employment. He says that keep the people engaged, give them employment, and give them money. He said, from where are we going to get the money? Because everything is closed. He said, start your printing press. Keep printing the money, but keep them busy. But he said, we don't have any job. Where do we go for a job? He said, build a wall in the desert. Engage all the people, 10,000, 15,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh people. Ask them to in Sahara run. You build the wall. He said, okay, I'll do engage. He said, they will get the money. They will buy the goods. Demand will be there. Supply constraint will be there. Factory will restart. They will get the orders. They will get the employment. Cycle will complete and you will again back to normal. He said, okay, I have completed the construction of the wall in the Sahara desert. Then what do I do? He said, break it. Ask the same people to break the wall, but keep them engaged. The Great Wall of China was built in 1930 depression.
So the market seems to have gone up. So what suggestion would you like to give to the people who are investors or who are going to invest in the market?
Very simple. Market has gone beyond imagination. What we call in our technical language the put-call ratio has gone to 1.5, 1.56, which distinctly shows market is in overbought condition. The India VX volatility index fortunately is down, which also suggests that market may go up. But when this kind of a quantum jump without any basic fundamentals of the company's performance, it does not sustain for a longer time. You are building a house on a straw. How long you are going to sustain that particular thing? So my advice is that in case you have bought it at a cheaper price, earlier even than the budget presentation, please book at least partial profit. And if you don't want to invest at a current market price, please wait for some healthy corrections. But one thing is for sure, the market is not going to now budge an inch here or there. It may have corrections, maybe 4,000 points, 5,000 points in Sensex, maybe 1,000, 2,000 points in Nifty. Nothing to worry. Now the bottom line is fixed. The market is not going to go below 14,000 or maybe 13,800. Same thing with the Sensex. It has touched 50,000 today. It may not go below 45,000. And the history says that wherever the market has reached on the top and again come down, it has never broken the previous high. So market is going to be there, but only one condition, that this is for a long-term investor. People who are coming here for speculation, for God's sake, don't do that. Take the advice from your concerned person who has a financial advisor. Ask him which he should buy, which he should not buy, and then invest in the stock market. If you are going to try your luck the way you do normally in the lottery, you are going to always repent in your life. Your hard-earned money, we are putting in the market, make sure you put at the right place at the right time.
Thank you, sir, for joining us. As the budget presented yesterday by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, let's hope that this budget brings positive responses for long term and help us to revive back the economy.